Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer, and so it's been like over 20 days now, and I've tried to stop the caffeine. I've tried to stop it last year, and I'm trying to stop it again this year, because anything that you consume and it makes you nervous, it crashes you when you don't have it, then we don't need that in our system, or we're overdoing it. So I had one brother, he reached out to me and he said, why are you making something, halal, haram? So, and he sent me the verse, and, I was ever grateful. So I went and got, it's been 20 days. So I went and got an espresso shot. And, I'm going to continue to try to come off of caffeine. Or not, drink it every day the way that I was. And so with that being said, I thank all of you for your support in my journey, in my healing journey, and my cleansing journey. And, I hope that you guys are realizing the same things about yourself, the same things about your diet. So let's get into our topic for today. So we have been having people talking about sabotage. When they are trying to sabotage you, in your life, on your job, because they want to get that promotion. They want you to be the lesser in the relationship. They want you to be enslaved. So when they're sending out these types of frequencies, there are cleansing methods for these types of There are cleansing methods for these types of frequencies that have been sent to you, especially in your family, especially in your community by neighbors. So what we want to do is make sure that we have our connection to God, that we're praying as much as we can, that we're praying while we're at work around those people who are trying to sabotage you and sacrifice you so that they can be rewarded by the entity. And I'm having to teach a lot of you how to do that in these sessions. I'm working very hard behind the scenes in order to cleanse you from this type of negative energy, from these types of attacks that a lot of you have reached out to me, men and women. So we have the understanding that if you are under an attack by these narcissists, then in many cases they are trying to bring you under their control, and they are using malevolent acts and malevolent tricks. They're sending manipulation, they're sending the evil eye and psychic attacks to your mind, to your health, to your finances, because they want to stagnate you in that way. And remember, I keep telling you that these types of entities that they're sending, because they're gluttonous, because they're greedy, they would rather send negative energy to your health in order to attack your finances than to look within and see their blessings and their gifts. So, like I say, I have given you, a way to cleanse this type of negative energy, and you're going to have to use it because, again, these people, once they realize that you are a chosen one, once they realize that they have been able to feed off of your gifts since you were a child, they become obsessed with you. They will sabotage your entire life. And this is what I'm dealing with a lot of you. They have sabotaged, your life throughout your younger life, your teenage life when you were in high school. They have sabotaged, your finances when you became an adult. You were unable to keep a job because these entities in your community, in your home, in society, understood the frequency, the vibration that you were sending out, and they started to feed off of that. So you would be rejected in life. They were sabotaging you at a very early age. So I have given you the 4 thieves vinegar. A lot of you in your relationships, you will have to take a bath in this 4 thieves vinegar. You will have to cleanse your house out with this 4 thieves vinegar. And if the persons that are in your life that are meant to be there, it will not affect them. Otherwise, they will start to attack you. They will start to be violent in the relationship. You will be able to identify these people because of the low vibration that they are in. That negative energy has went back to them, and they have started to have those types of attacks, those types of sabotage upon them, on their jobs, in their families, you know. So you have to be able to understand that this type of negative energy, where they're trying to sacrifice certain ones among the chosen ones, especially women, and that's all that's been in the news lately, where, you know, I have been able to see my premonition come true, where they want to only attack women with this wolf spirit. Those who have given themselves over into the entity for fame, the ease of life, for the comfort and ease of life. So we have to understand and see these people for who they are. No matter how much we care about them and love them, if they are sending negative energy to you in order to sacrifice you so that they can be, you know, exalted by the entity, so that they can, you know, rise to fame and power off of the chosen one by sacrificing you, then ultimately you have to cleanse this negative energy and return to sender. You have to cleanse this negative energy to identify those who want to sabotage you, you know, at your own risk. You're at, you know, at this risk of this entity that is trying to siphon your energy. And you have to see it for what it is. You know, I'm helping a lot of you as much as I can, you know, and we don't want to keep using these same rituals over and over, because they will become, you know, able to, you know, only do certain jobs in your life. They will only be able to remove certain negative entities. They will not be able to have the strongest force if you keep using them over and over. Okay, they will, you know, become used to the situation. So you have to be able to, you know, move to a progressive cleansing when you're having people and you're seeing these people in your life trying to sacrifice you, and they've been trying to sabotage you all your life. I've had this problem again where I have had to cleanse these people, you know, because they thought that, you know, I was easygoing, and they thought that I didn't know what they were doing. They thought that I didn't catch the evil eye that they sent me, men and women. And when I sent it back to them by cleansing this negative energy, you have to be able, you know, to use the holistic medicines, the holistic rituals in order to cleanse this negative energy, no matter who they are. If you have to go through, you know, a separation, you have to go through a separation. If you have to go through a divorce, you have to go through that divorce. If you're cut off from your family, they were not there for you anyway. They were sent and inserted in order to sabotage you and to sacrifice you. And I've been seeing this over and over again, where, you know, a lot of the women are being sacrificed. Their children are being sacrificed. They're being violently attacked. So we have to make sure that we're seeing, you know, the ICE shootings, you know, in Minneapolis for what they are. We have to make sure that we're seeing these people who are only attacking women for who they are. They are trying to sacrifice certain ones of us in society. That negative energy can be cleansed, and it can be sent back to the person who enacted these people, who enacted these laws. So I hope you received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.